Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on XRP. Little bit of an update here. I mean, in general, I would say the technical situation is still the same. Fundamentally, also the same. All right, because the main thing we're looking for is some sort of news, and I don't think, or at least maybe I missed something. But I don't think anything happened, so we're still waiting on that. And purely technically, I mean, we talked about this yesterday already. XRP is in an uptrend here. It's a little bit slower than the last time around, but the last time around it was also very, very quick, of course. But that's still the situation, all right? So I'm still bullish on XRP. I do think, like, if you look at the momentum right here, momentum has been quite flat since the 18th of July. We got some shorts being opened also this morning. So far, it hasn't mattered that much. I mean, we also got a spike earlier this morning. Technically, we respected this uptrend band, as you can see. So there's no reason for me to believe that we will necessarily be bearish. I think purely technically, it's actually most likely, if you kind of look at the technical situation as something like this, right? That will do something like this, and then eventually our main level right now is like 60 cents that we need to break above, and if we can break above that we will at least get back up to 64 cents again, but potentially also rally up higher towards that main resistance level, more towards like 65, 66, maybe 67. So purely technically, I'd say that's most likely, but we're waiting for some sort of an event to cause some volatility. And that's why I would say at this point of time, I actually don't think this is the best time to get positioned. If you want to buy the news, all right. So if you want to be positioned for the news to kick in, and that then you will ride the spike, because that's what I expect for now. Then I do think positioning yourself is still a good idea, but I'm waiting for either a lot of momentum and volume to kick in, because that's also what I wanted to show you. If you compare the volume right now with the volume we had last week, it's relatively low, all right. So there's less power behind these moves. We already saw that there's less momentum, even though here and there we do have some momentum spikes. That's true. So I would wait for that. And I actually do think, like, the lower the volume and the lower the momentum, the more correlated to Bitcoin we also are. I don't think XRP is that correlated to Bitcoin, but I do think it matters what Bitcoin does. And I think that there's a relatively high chance Bitcoin gets a pullback, so then XRP will pull back as well. So for me, I would either wait for a bigger breakout, for example, above 60 cents, and that the volume also rallies while we gain momentum. I think that's an interesting idea, right? Because then you can actually then you can assume that the 60 cents retest area is a good area to buy in. But you can also assume that we'll have some volatility, and that's what you want. I would say the last 2 days, of course it was weekend, last 2 days were not that volatile. Or I would wait for a bigger pullback, all right? If you go to the 12-hour time frame, for example, I still, even though we found support here already once, I still think that level at like 52 to 54 cents, in the case that Bitcoin does some sort of a bigger pullback, I think that's a very interesting area to enter. Yeah, in general, that level would be interesting. Maybe if XRP does not pull back as much as Bitcoin, something like 56 cents could also be a relatively high entry. But at this point of time, I think we're waiting for something like, I think we're waiting for something like that to happen before, personally, I would position myself again. But in terms of most likely, I'd say that it is most likely that we'll just continue this market structure here, and that we will slowly grind up towards those price targets. But yeah, those are my thoughts for now. All right, so if you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.